Hello, this video is hopefully showing you how to make a motor, okay, with what's called the Winchester kit. Okay, so what you're going to need is, first of all, this is called a yoke, and there are two magnets here, plain pole magnets. You must make sure that they're attracting on either side, like that. Okay, in addition to that, what you're going to need, okay, is the former for the coil, a spindle for it to rotate on, like so. Okay, and here's the base, and just to show you how it will go or fit together is like this. Okay, and this will spin in here and hopefully turn. What you'll also need is power supply set to 3 volts, 2 crock clips, 2 wires. You also need some wire cutters, okay, wire strippers, nose pliers, possibly some sellotape, but we'll see. Okay, first steps first, we need some single core wire, and we need about 1.5 meters of this, okay, to make it to form our coil. Okay, so simply just cut through like that. Now we're going to strip the ends off this bit here. But, okay, one of the things we can use is a wire cutter, and if it's got this special bolt here, we might just be able to see a tiny hole through from there. Some wire cutters don't have that bolt, or it's missing. Be very careful when using these ones, because it's very easy to close that and cut straight through the wire instead of stripping, for example. So I might go, oh, I'll strip a bit off. Actually, they've cut a bit off. Okay, so first of all, about just over 1 centimeter, possibly 2, strip off that much wire. Okay, then turn it at 90 degrees, like so. Okay, next we're going to wind it round our coil, make our coil. What we should do first of all is there's a longer end and a shorter end. If one end is not shorter, just push it down like that. That gives you more space for here where the commutator and the brushes will connect to. Also, this should have sellotape around it. Okay, if it hasn't, then I would suggest you just put a single strip of sellotape, and that's so it doesn't conduct across. Okay, so the next thing we do is we line it up so it's there, okay, on either side of the coil, and we start winding it. Now, the tighter that you wind this, the better your motor will be. Okay, so, and I want to make sure that stays in place there. Okay, so that's what you're going to see me do now, and I'm going to go alternately that side of that side, this side, and keep going. Try to keep it tight. Crossing over from there. More turns that we have, obviously it should be the more force that we have. However, what we'll find is we might not be able to squeeze it between the poles of the magnet because it's too big. So, either side like that. I'm keeping tension on it the whole time. Making sure I go either side each time. Okay. A bit fiddly at times. I'm nearing the end. So I've got to this point here. I possibly could do one more turn or not, but I'm going to, just for the moment, finish off around here. Now what I'm going to do is curve this a little bit and try to hook it through so that it comes through the middle section there. Takes a bit of a trick. Start to see it poking up. Use some of the nose pliers if you want, just to pull it. Okay, so what I'm looking for is a little bit of symmetry, okay, on each side. So I'm going to cut that so that it matches. I'm then going to be very careful about stripping off this bit of wire here. I'm going to pull it back just to there, just to help me get enough of it stripped. Okay, and then I'm going to use the nose pliers to push it back into place. Okay. Right, okay. So hopefully you can see, almost symmetrical about that. So the thing to do is to bend this over so it makes a nice loop. Okay, we can see from there. Same on the opposite side. This just gives it two places to contact each time it rotates round like that. Okay, then you should have some rubber piping, very tiny bit of rubber tube, and we're going to use that to keep the commutator in place. The way to do this is with these nose pliers, just slip it over the ends like that. You can see from there, and then as you pull them apart, you now can fit them over this bit here. Okay, a little bit fiddly. Put them up a bit more without trying to break them. Okay, slip that into there. That side, perfect. Okay. Right, so that's holding those in place. If I want and if I feel necessary, I can put another rubber band on the ends here. Okay, so next thing we've got to do is make some brushes. Well, it turns out I've got a spare bit of wire here. I don't need much. What I need to do is I need to strip a little section off. That's that. So that's, you can see, almost 3 centimeters from there. A little tip, don't get rid of that bit. Push it back on if you can, or don't pull it off in the first place. Okay, because that will help us later on. Okay, right, so here's where we're going to put this on. These pins push through. You can probably just use a little bit. Okay, on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with it here, because I'm going to use the springiness of the wire. So I'm going to start with there, wrap round once, going underneath, wrap round that side. This, when pressed down, just causes that bit of wire to stay in place. I'm going to strip off a little bit at the ends to connect to the crocodile clips, and that's where the current will come in. So this is a brush, effectively, on the motor. Okay, so croc clip on that one ready. Okay, then I'm going to repeat the other side. So, short bit of wire. Take a little bit off. What I do this time, I pull, but I leave it on. Okay, I can pull that off as I need later on. Again on the other side, so it's going to go like that, winding it round 1, round 2, take a little bit off at the end, connect the crocodile clip, right, now got to put this part, okay, of the coil through there, and get the spindle's here, and watch what I do. I start with at that end, and I will put this underneath here so that that springiness will allow the brushes to contact with the commutator. I'm pushing this into here, it's coming out the bottom, that bit there. Okay, and then I lift up, push it through from there, and now I'm trying to get my brushes so that they're in contact with that. Okay, then a bit of springiness, bit of resistance, that's no bad thing. I might just push them on a bit there, pull this one up a little bit, pull that one up so it's making contact, and just sort of tell that it is going around. Each time as I rotate there is a bit of contact there. Right, now we put this between the two poles of the magnet. Okay, set it just so that it's just about to make contact with the wires. I'll have to pull this one off a little bit. It's not coming easily. I'll have to use the wire strippers then. Okay, now you can see the springiness is lost again, so what I might do is just take that out again, push it across from there, repeat. Yeah, that's making a good contact on that side, that's contact there. Okay, put it between the poles of the magnet. Okay, then I'm going to connect one side in from here. I'll turn it off for the moment. One side in from there. Now, try to keep it so that it's at 3 volts. The reason being, in case if it works at 3, then it's pretty good. If it doesn't, then you need to fix something. So, voila. Okay. So what you can see from there, spinning quite well. Contacts from there. Zoom in. You can see, sometimes see a little spark, sometimes you need to let it go. If it's not working first time, it's always because the brushes are not making contact here. Okay? So you can adjust them. If I put this on more, may notice it might spin a bit faster, but there might be too much friction. Okay, hopefully yours is just as good. Okay.